40 players drafted by NFL teams in his tenure. He's got 7 wins against Stanford in big games. That ties Pappy Waldorf for the all-time record. He's taken the Bears to bowl appearances in 8 of the last 9 seasons. And oh, by the way, he's the winningest coach in Cal football history. Please welcome California Golden Bear head coach Jeff Tedford. Jeff, come on up. Welcome. I'd like to make an opening statement, and we'll talk a little Cal football, and then bring up Keenan.
Great, thank you. Great to see everyone here. Again, Gary, thank you for putting this on. You've done a great job with that game. A couple years ago, we played first-class game, so thank you for that. We're excited about the season. Great time of year always as the players wind down in the summer preparation. And Friday, we'll come to camp and report, and Saturday, get on the field and feel really good about the team chemistry and what these guys have done. They worked very, very hard and had a great spring ball. And we're excited about anytime you have a 3,000-yard passer, a 1,000-yard receiver, and a 1,000-yard rusher coming back. We feel really good about that. Defensively, Josh Hill playing safety, and our corners are back, and feel good about that. And then we have some depth at the defensive line as well. So we have to replace Michael Kendricks, who's the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. And so that will be a focal point as we head to camp, along with our kicking game as well, a new kicker and a new punter. So the guys have been working very, very hard, high expectations. We're excited to get back home. I know there's a lot made of getting back into the stadium, and we're excited about that. AT&T did a great job of hosting us last year, but it just didn't have that same feel that Memorial Stadium has. There's nothing like running through the North Tunnel, and our players are really fired up about getting back home and really excited to start the season.
Answered pretty much every question I had. I'll come up with a couple. Let's talk about Berkeley and how much it means to the experience of being a Golden Bear, and how hard it was in retrospect. San Francisco was. It was a challenge for you guys. And I mean, you've now been in the community a long time, and you know what Berkeley means, and there's a lot of old blues out here. To be in Strawberry Canyon on a Saturday, there's almost no way you can probably quantify that, can you?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, when you run down that North Tunnel and Memorial Stadium's packed, I mean, there's a lot of electricity, a lot of energy that goes into it. And I think that's something we missed last year. I thought our players did a nice job of still staying focused with everything we went through last year with buses at different practice fields and then traveling every game, really. But I love Berkeley. You know, now that people are out of the trees. They were my neighbors for about a year and a half. But it's a great experience. It's a great university. You know, I really respect everything that it stands for, and I feel very privileged and fortunate to have been there as long as I have.
And a little bit about the field itself. What you guys, is there going to be anything different that the players will notice? I mean, I know the fans will have more amenities, I think, but is the playing surface, the locker rooms, etc., what you guys are going to experience that's different on game day?
Well, yeah, the locker rooms are different. We have a whole new facility with a high performance center, and the players have been in that since January, and so really enjoying that. It's all self-contained with the academic piece, nutrition, dining hall, weight room, meeting rooms, you know, all that stuff's right there. The field is going to be a new surface. It's going to be the same one that's in Cowboy Stadium. But we're looking forward to getting back in there. I think August 15th we can get in there and practice, so I know the players are excited about that, and just get the feel of home again.
Okay, we're going to bring Keenan up in about a minute or two here, but just real quick on the quarterback. You mentioned him as a 3,000-yard passer. And you know in your offense, and any offense, it's all about the quarterback. So tell us, Zach Maynard, what kind of conversations you guys had after the year, what kind of things you want him to work on, and how high is the ceiling for this kid?
Well, I think there was a lot of growth and development last year with Zach. We started out slow, and anytime you turn the football over, you're not going to have a real good chance to win. And I thought as the season went along, we won 3 of our last 4, but that only lost to Stanford by 3 points in a great game, and I thought Zach played really well. But he really matured a lot through the season, and I can tell you through spring ball, this last spring was much different than the first one. I think he got acclimated to the speed of the game last season, learned to manage the game really well, and I know he'll be safer with the football this year and understands what we're trying to get done. He's a very good player. I can't wait to see him develop even more this year.
Yeah, it should be a good year for him. Your running back, he's this fella, you mentioned 1,000 yards. Little guy, 5'8". You've had great success producing running backs who go on to play in the pros. Give us a little scouting report on EC, and even though he is diminutive in size, and how big he runs.
Yeah, I think the same thing is true with him as it was with Zach. I thought, the one thing EC had to learn last year was patience, because he is short, but he's very, very tough, and he learned how to hit the holes and run strong last year. He rushed for over 1,300 yards, but I think this year we have a couple other guys behind him as well. It's going to create some great depth. C.J. Anderson really came on, Brandon Bigelow, Daniel Lasco. Those guys, I think, we have a really great opportunity to have a great backfield, people with a lot of depth that can do a lot of different things. Not just run from the backfield, but split them out in the slot or out wide or whatever it may be. They're very versatile.
Okay, a little bit about the schedule, and I'll ask you about Keenan. We'll bring Keenan up here. You open September 1st against Nevada. Southern Utah comes in then at Ohio State, at USC. Now, I'm sure the Bear fears no man anywhere, but that is a challenge. And I imagine you guys are probably looking forward to it in some ways.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's going to be great to open our first two at home, but those are two challenging games on the road. But I think it's going to give us a great indicator of where we are. It's a long season. Really excited to go back to Columbus, and I've never been there, so I hear it's a great environment to play a football game. That's why we're doing this. Environments like that, and our players are going to be fired up to do it, and we're excited about the challenge there. Back-to-back road games against two quality football teams.
Yeah, go be the Trojans too. And October 20th, Stanford comes to Berkeley. We asked David Shaw about it. You're going to be asked about it a million times, but since this is the college football kickoff luncheon, as we get closer now, I know you guys talked about it when the news broke in the spring, but now as you get closer, how are you planning to strategize big game energy in the middle of the year?
Well, it's like Dave said, it's on the schedule. It is when it is, and we would both prefer to be at the end of the year. It feels more like the traditional rivalry game that it is at the end of the season. But it's such a great rivalry, it's such a great tradition. I'm sure all the fans are going to come out. I think it will have the same feel that week, but it's the games after that, because typically it's the last game. There's nothing going to change. We're both going to prepare to win the football game, and we have a lot of respect for one another, and he's done a great job, and the players, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish Coach McIntyre and Coach Shaw all the best as you go into camp, stay healthy, and all the players that are here too. Good luck to you guys.
Yeah, last before you who we're going to bring up here in just a moment, and that's Keenan Allen. And wow, when you recruited him, he came with press clippings, and he's more than lived up to him. The guy's a sensation on Saturdays, and maybe tell us what it's like to coach him and what do you expect from him this year?
Well, he's all he's built to be. He's a phenomenal player. He can do anything. He's got such a great feel for the game. You can put him anywhere, backfield, inside, outside. He has great knowledge. He's well prepared. Very strong competitor. I don't know that you'll find anyone any more competitive than he is. We're really anxious for him to come off his injury. Well, he had a broken ankle in the spring, and so through the summer he's rehabbed that and ready to go. But he's poised for a big year. He's really taken over a role of a leadership role with our young receivers, because we lost a couple last year, and so the guys really look up to his leadership qualities as well. So he's a great young man, great competitor, unbelievable football player. We're happy that he's on our team.
All right, well, good luck this year, Jeff Taylor. Welcome back to Berkeley. All right, fun. Saturdays in Berkeley are pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's bring it up. Todd McKinnon, Cal sideline reporter, with his very special guest, Keenan Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Todd.
It's a great event. Keenan Allen, 6'3", 210. The Bears have a total of 150 pass receptions returning this year. 144 by this guy. So, he literally, and as we can see figuratively, is the graybeard of the receiving corps, right? Where'd you grow this? How'd you grow it? You keep it for the season?
Yeah, I might cut it before the first game. I haven't found out yet. My mom doesn't like it too much.
At a younger age, like, that's the most important.
Exactly, yeah. They kind of don't like it either.
Okay. Coach Stanford was talking about an ankle injury, couldn't participate in spring ball, but you have this new Simpson High Performance Center. How did having that new facility help you in your rehab?
Definitely, it worked out great for me. Perfect time for that to come upon, but just having everything just to work with, the treadmill in the pool, the Ultra G, the training staff that we have now is amazing. Robbie just came in, he's a great guy, we have a great connection, so trying to make it the best.
Well, we've talked so much about having a new facility this year. Hopefully your return to Memorial Stadium will be as impressive as your first game in Memorial Stadium. I hate to remind Doug Kelly, who does the UC Davis broadcast, but that game was against UC Davis 2 years ago. You had 4 receptions, 120 yards. You ran for a touchdown, cut a touchdown pass as well. What would your thoughts be as you get ready to enter that tunnel and take the field?
Just ready to get out there with my teammates. I know we're all ready to go, motivated. Josh here, he's going to lead the defense out there. I'm going to lead the offense, and we're just going to try to come out together.
Your thoughts on the upcoming season, as Coach Tedford alluded to? Zach Maynard, the quarterback, 3,000 yards in passing. You had 1,000 receiving. EC had 1,000 rushing the football. Give us your view of the upcoming season.
Just as far as offense, to be able to put the ball in anybody's hands, I feel like we just need a guy on the other side of the receiver, take a little pressure off of me. Tight end, we got Richard Rogers, Spencer Hayden coming in. Both of those are great guys. Put the ball in anybody's hands on offense, like I said. But defense, they're going to handle what they got to do. No one in the Pac-12 all 2 years in a row, so just trying to come out there and help those guys.
You led me in a little bit to the next question. As you mentioned, you need somebody on the other side. And one of those candidates on the other side is your cousin, Maurice Harris. He redshirted last year. My question is, when the defense is on the field, the offense is on the sidelines, Coach Tedford's intently watching what the defense is doing. You've got yourself, Maurice is your cousin, Zach is your brother. You guys gonna be back there like drawing stuff in the sand and the dirt back there figuring out the play?
Possibly if everything is going wrong. Switch it up a little bit. Us three, we have a great connection. We pretty much see everything on the field, read defenses all the same. Zach knows where me and Reese is at all times. I don't know if that's because we're family or we're just in the right spot, but we're going to be great.
Well, he might have his head on the swivel in the huddle, because you'll be in one ear and Reese is going to be in his other ear throwing the football. Your thoughts about, as Coach Tedford alluded to, you go to Ohio State and at USC back-to-back games. I know you were recruited by Ohio State. That's always a tremendous situation. I've been there. It's a tremendous facility. The fans are awesome. Your thoughts about having a big game like that early in the season?
It's definitely going to be tough, but it's what I've lived by my whole life. Big-time players show up in big-time games. We're going to have to come out there and show the world that we can come out there and compete with anybody.
I'm sure you will. We hope you stay healthy. 58 receptions away from being Cal's all-time leading receiver, Keenan Allen.
You are going to draft the raffle winner for a Cal autograph helmet, so let's do it. And the winner can stand and shout and scream. So here we go. What do we got looking at?
717366.
717-366. You! Oh, Barbara! Is that Barbara? Yes, Barbara. Hey, she comes by honestly, a Cal fan indeed. Good job. So good job, Keenan. Have a great year this year.